Halcyon Days Motorcycle Nights is an innovative, rules-light, collaborative storytelling game live on Kickstarter now. Halcyon Days Motorcycle Nights is set in the fictional middle American town of Red Oaks in the 1970s. The motorbikes are loud, the music even louder, and the stories are up to you. Tell tales of intrigue and action shaped by your favourite music and enjoy the companion soundtrack. Music is at the heart of everything that happens in Red Oaks. Find Halcyon Days Motorcycle Nights by searching for us on Kickstarter or find us on Twitter at Red Oaks Creative.
Now I go adventuring to lead a life that's fine. For a bard like me, it's alright, rip-roaring time. It's a life that just suits me, an adventurer you could be. Now it's time for us to see. Inside the 6 windows, we've seen a castle in the sky, attacked by brigands, who knows why. But now we look for a missing guy. Off to the 6 windows, we've started fires and put them out, defeated foes both tall and stout. Now we'll have a look about inside the 6 windows. With the priest disguise, we make our way to the boarding house. We ring the bell and step within to speak with the missing man's spouse. Will we find the brother hidden inside? Or is this another wrong turn in Dice and Desire?
If you could just show us to our rooms, that would be very much appreciated.
What time is it?
It's about 1:30 in the afternoon.
Let me think about this. Yeah, I was. No, genuinely, it was like about midday. Because I'm just thinking, you got up, you had your breakfast, you went to the Brothers, you went to the inn. Yeah, it's like it's about midday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Time goes fucking slowly in D&D, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Right. So yes, okay then. Well, follow me then. Who wishes to have the first room?
Which one's closest to your bedroom?
And that's our session. Right, we'll be back in a month's time. Will I?
I'm going to roll a d6. A 2. I'll take the second bedroom.
Okay. Well, I sleep upstairs. In what I've just realised is a bedroom without any windows. So I sleep upstairs, nearest the east side of the building. So if you wish to have the room next to me.
Well, maybe the room underneath you if you're above us, because then someone may not get woken up by any strange noises in the evening. You know, just being courteous to my friends here.
You're literally telling this woman that you want the room underneath hers, so that when you guys fuck, you're not disturbing anyone. That is balls to be able to say that in front of all your mates.
I should say that this is a respectable boarding house, and one of the rules are you cannot bring guests here, and everyone staying here must be paying. Do you
rent rooms by the hour?
No, as I say, this is very much. You sound very much like my ex-husband. You very much are a cad, and I do not like that sort of language. Actually,
what, by the hour? Such filth.
Tamara. So you have 6 rooms here. Can you just appraise us of the rest of the facilities? Is there a bathroom? Are there any communal areas? Is there any other areas that we should know of?
Yes, well, there are no communal areas. You just have the bedrooms themselves. In terms of facilities for releasing water, should we say, each of the rooms comes with its own complimentary bedpan that you can use and empty outside. Yeah,
and you live upstairs.
I live upstairs. The only other area in the house is the attic, but we kept it locked. That's entirely off limits to all guests.
She has no windows, so she has to walk her shitty bedpan through the entire building.
not knowing if she's pissed or shit in it until she gets outside. planning for D&D is fun. So there's no. That's about it. It's very basic. People do come here just to lay their head and have a base of operations. It's all true. As I'm sure you'll agree, it's a truly wonderful building. It's still in its original condition. No work has been done on it since the early days. But I think
can
that's
tell
part of
it
its charm.
definitely has a rustic charm, like I was saying before, and I don't think you should change a thing.
Well, thank you very much, and hopefully, hopefully we can do something about painting the door at least.
If these are the 6 rooms, then rather than you showing us each to our room now, what we could do with just 10 minutes to share our notes that we've made already about the establishment. So if you don't mind, Tamara, if the 6 of us will go into this room here, and then we'll decide who will take each bedroom. Thank you very much for your hospitality. And if we need any help or we need any assistance, I mean, Quinch might require an extra pillow. Would that be a problem?
An extra.
He's got his own pillowcase.
You say an extra pillow as if you've already going to be supplied with one pillow.
Oh well, no, that's fine. Well, I'm sure we'll make do with what we've got. We have some things with us because not every establishment that we stay in is quite as comfortable as this one. So we'll all retire into this first room now. Share our notes before we make our plans for the evening, if that's okay.
Okay, just one thing. I wouldn't be doing my job if I wasn't taking payment. We do unfortunately take payment up front, and also I'd like a note of your name. But it's all to make sure that everything's above board and I know exactly who's in my property at any given time. So if I could just take all of your names.
Just quickly jumping in, Krill doesn't have a clipboard, but he just pretends to and just holds out an invisible clipboard, invisible pen, and just writes "no pillows."
Well, if we're taking names, Derek, why don't you start?
Well, I'm Derek.
Excellent. So we have a Derek. Do we have a surname, Derek?
Yeah, it's also Derek.
Derek. Are they both spelled the same?
No, it's Derek, also Derek. Also Derek.
Oh, Derek, also Derek. I do
Yeah.
apologise. Language can be quite difficult at times to do.
It's German or something.
Okay, and you? She points to Krill.
Yes.
Yes.
My name is Mosey.
Mosey. Excellent. Again, surname? Just Mosey or...
The teddy bear.
Teddy bear. Okay, that's... I've not heard one of that. Are you from Neverwinter?
No, that's the teddy bars.
Oh, okay. Back to Dweezil.
Derpel.
Derpel.
Vinzelfonk.
Dinzelfonk. Okay, these are truly wondrous names. She points to Sven. And you? Yes.
This is Sven. This is Sven.
Sven, can he not talk for himself?
He's
Hang on a
saving his
second.
voice.
Just hold it a second there. She looks at Sven. Don't I? Have you stayed here before, Sven?
He's from Icewind Dale. I don't think he hasn't been to Tribal before.
He's Sven the teddy bar.
Oh no, I wouldn't know him. I don't think I've had anyone in here from Icewind Dale before. Okay, Sven. What's your surname, dear?
The teddy bar.
The teddy bar. I don't know if you did. You've got similar surnames. That's rather. Now to Greg. Charmer.
My name is I'm a plow you.
I'm a what?
Gonna plow you.
What's great is it's the first time we've seen Greg interact with a woman, and he is an absolute dog.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to spell "gonna plow you."
It's GUNNA
Yes.
PLOWU.
Yes. Yes. Wonderful. And finally, the man with the wings.
My name is Quinch, the bringer of scrutiny, auditing, and analysis.
Names can be fun. The bringer of scrutiny. Okay. Wonderful. I've literally written them down like.
Actually, could we have that? Might help us remember.
Anyway, you seem to know my name is Tom Mara. I suspect you've been given my name by one of the wonderful people around town. I'm very well respected, and they
yesterday, yes, yesterday, yeah,
yes,
yesterday,
yes.
They told us yesterday, tomorrow.
Yes. Okay then. Well, yes. Feel free to have a look around. And she reaches into a cabinet and pulls out 6 keys and hands them over. Each of them having a very worn tag that indicates what room they're for, 1 to 6. Please, look around, decide amongst yourselves who's going to stay where, and yes, if you have anything, then just please do go and ring the bell outside, and that'll let me know that you need me.
Quinch has a look at the key that she handed Gregomel. Is this a 6 or a 9?
It'll be both later if Greg gets his way.
Out of interest, how many copper is there in 1 piece of silver?
10.
10.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So who's paying her?
I mean, Greg can pay. I'll just hand her over 5 silver, and that's 50 copper. Isn't it?
Plus.
And there's a little tip for yourself as well.
He'll be giving you the tip later.
Oh, wonderful! That's it. We do enjoy gratuities here. We normally wait until the end for satisfied customers, but no, that's wonderful. I'll take that now. Thank you very much, sir.
So may I ask, before we finally retire to this one room to discuss, obviously you're here now during the day. Is there like a night attendee after a certain time, or is it just always you?
It's always me. We don't have any staff. It's just little old me, Tamara. What
happens when you go to bed? At what time would that be?
Quite early. I insist on lights out at 8 p.m.
Okay. Are you a heavy sleeper?
These are all very personal questions.
No, I just don't want to disturb you, is all, because we're quite thorough in our room inspections. We don't want to wake you. So you're a heavy sleeper?
I don't know, really. I'm no lighter or heavier than most, I would imagine.
Okay, noted. Again, writes on his invisible clipboard.
Okay.
And with that awkward aura that I've now created, I just shuffle into the first room.
Yeah, I push Sven in behind Krill.
Yeah, I'll join them as well.
I bid you adieu, my fine lady.
Oh, wonderful. I'll just be. I'm as I say. I'm just upstairs on the east side of the building. But just come and find me if and when you need have any questions. And as I say, no guests. I do insist on payment for guests, and yes, no loud noises, please, at night. I regardless of my sleeping ability, this is quite a classy establishment. I don't want this to be known as some sort of riffraff place.
Thank you.
And she scuttles off. Goes upstairs.
She a crab.
What's the
bye bye
future armor?
I'll sort back.
I have an idea. She mentioned the attic. She mentioned that the attic was locked. We've got access to these 6 rooms. We know that she has a room. We know that there's an attic. We need to get her out of the building. Now, can you think of any way that perhaps we could get her out of the building for a couple of hours, Gregomel?
We can give her laxatives so she has to empty her bedpan repeatedly.
As much as I was laying on the charm, she's not really my type, I've got to say.
She's a bit too young for me.
You told her you want to absolutely rail her, that you want to avoid keeping people up with
Yes,
your love
well,
the
that's
sound of your love making.
That was to
and you've
keep
gone,
the
"She's not
attention
my
on
type."
me, so she didn't notice Sven over there.
Thank you.
I think.
Do
I
I
think
have
you
to
should-
still do the voice?
Yes, play the part.
Okay.
I think you should. I think you should take her out for dinner, Greg Mel.
If one must, then yes. I'll take her to the talking troll or something.
I wouldn't take her to the talking troll. I'd take her to the slightly nicer place.
What? The North Shield house?
What's the place that has the little Frankies and Bennies? Oh, it was the
Yeah.
Frankies and Bennies. What was it? It was
The North Shield
North Shield
house.
house.
TGI.
Yeah.
The place
Oh
that had,
no,
the
God!
booth.
Don't take her to the North Shield house. Her ex-husband had an affair with the landlady of the North Shield house.
Yes.
But they've got the nice TGI Fridays booth.
Well, maybe you could take her there. No, Chat, would it be good, mate? How would she feel about that? I didn't get the impression from her that she'd be kind of open to rubbing.
Nate
Ursula's
panicking
nose
about
in
having
it.
to work out those politics on the fly.
Or perhaps I'll take her to the Boar's Rest then.
Just fucking kill her. Just set the place on fire.
Okay.
I mean, couldn't someone just put her to sleep?
I mean, yes, but I like the idea of making Nate take her on a date with me.
Greg's looking forward to dinner now.
Wonderful.
Nate frantically scribbles out a menu, the waiter's name and accent.
Oh, I can't imagine they'll sell anything but nuggies.
Oh yeah, who serves the
With a little
nuggies?
candle in.
I can get her to sample the nuggies.
They've drawn on the plate have a nice date in barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Or order a mixture, some with the feathers and some without.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So it's 1:00 in the afternoon. I mean, are you gonna? If you're gonna go out on a date, are you gonna do this in the day? You can stay here all day.
I think it'd
She
be
goes
like
to
an
bed at 8,
evening.
doesn't
Yeah,
she?
like an evening thing. So like 5-ish. I think that'd be good. 5, and then she can get home at like 8.
Shouldn't you be asking her this? Like, I'll pick you up at 5.
No,
I mean, she might
A
not-
gentleman tells the lady when they're coming to get him out for dinner. Do you know nothing, young Dweezil? Wait, you're not Dweezil.
Yeah, Dweezil, Jesus. I thought you were the romantic one of the group.
You have no idea. Did I
Right.
tell you
Proud
I
of
once swooned a princess?
So is that the plan? Is Greg gonna try and take her out for?
Yeah, that is the plan.
I need to stop writing expected schedule of games because always do they go off plan. Right. Okay. All right then. So what's the move from here? Is you're all right now, right? You're all huddled in a room. Let me describe this, by the way. This room, dire. It is the one good feature it has is a window because you might be able to escape out of it. It's there's a bed with a very thin, very lumpy mattress. The smell of that sort of damp mouldiness that Greg got on the way in is even more intense in here because obviously these rooms are being kept shut even more so than the rest of the house. So it's all
How's
very
the
much.
bedpan?
The bedpan is
Stained.
is yes, basically. Yeah, it's definitely it's clean, but you can imagine what's been done in it. Yeah. What will be done in it.
What's about to be done?
Well, surely we're all now going to be getting Greg ready for his big date.
Well, Greg can frame it as a date, but rather than obviously she might not be romantically interested, she might not be romantically interested in anyone. Greg could also frame it as an opportunity to get some quotes from her.
It's an interview.
It's an interview for the Lonely Travel Guide. So
Yes.
you could get some information from her, but it would be better if they could sit down over a drink and a meal rather than standing in the corridor. If there were some communal areas, and he would not dream of expecting to go into a lady's bedroom because that would be improper. There are no communal areas, therefore they'll have to go to one of the inns in the town, maybe a meal and a drink, so that he could interview her properly for the guide.
Sounds
Yeah,
like a
sounds
plan.
like a plan. And while that's going on, what are you guys going to be doing?
Having a nap.
Break into the attic,
Oh, yeah, I'm the attic.
Play
What did you
cards.
say?
I said we're just having a nap.
So
He comes.
it's not.
He comes back and we've achieved nothing.
To be fair, that's quite likely, regardless of what we tried to do.
Okay, so go on then.
Go on then.
Alright, so Gregomel's going to go downstairs to the front door and he's going to ding-a-ling the bell as she suggested, should we need her.
You are already on the ground floor, but I'll ignore that bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so you go out, you ding-a-ling, you dunkle, and she comes walking sideways out of her room, pincers going at it, and that was quite a quick talk that you had there. I mean, is everything to your liking so far?
Well, more than you can imagine. Like I said, this is a fine establishment, and me and my partners have decided that we would like to get some insider knowledge from yourself and perhaps some quotes for our guidebook. As you said, there are no common areas. I thought I would treat you to a dinner where I could perhaps interview you and your steam housekeeping, and yes, just how you made it as a landlady in such hard times.
Look first. I must say that since you've been in this property, I've noticed that you've been looking at me and talking to me in a certain way, and I think that you should know I'm not that kind of lady. First and foremost, I am not one to be wined or dined.
What
Or
about
anything.
ploughed?
I fully understand that, my lady, and I would never mix business with pleasure. And this is all business for me this evening.
Secondly, I must say that I noticed that you are 5 males, and I must ensure that everything is proper and above board, and that if we are to go out, even as platonic, that you are not romantically with anyone else, that there is not some woman at home that will be missing you.
No, of course, I am, of course, the lonely traveller, such as the guide suggests. My partners I have just met on the road, and it was just all convenience for us to work together.
Okay, because I simply cannot stand infidelity. It is purely a horrid, one of the worst things in this world. It was my ex-husband's worst vice, and I will not stand for it. So I must ensure that you are not being cheating on a wife, a girlfriend, or any other sort of partner.
You have my word, I am a single man, and like I said, this is all business, no pleasure.
Okay.
Although that doesn't mean that we can't have some fun this evening.
Can you roll me a persuasion, please?
Oh, 100% I can.
Or just plain charisma, either or.
How does a 26 do you?
Nice.
Nice. She, almost against her better judgment, she sort of mulls it over and thinks, well, this could work. Might even get you to stay an extra night. As much as she's telling you she doesn't want you to stay an extra night, she clearly needs the money. She clearly needs.
Sadly, a 27 would have got you straight upstairs.
Well, yes, it's most unusual. Most of my guests do not do this. I'm happy to. I'm happy for this one occasion for us to. Sorry, where was you thinking of going?
Well, I assumed that you were the expert of this town. I mean, I know you've got many establishments, such as the Boar's Rest or the North Shield House. I would like to suggest that you choose the establishment.
At the mention of the North Shield House, no, we won't go to that horrendous place. Disgusting woman that runs it. No, thank you.
Well, yes, you don't have to tell me that. We wrote a review on her last night, and let me tell you, it was absolutely scathing.
Carrying over your persuasion from last time, she's going to believe you, and okay. Most people seem to speak very kindly of that place and Urgula, but horrible woman. Okay, then. Well, instead, then let's go to where did you say?
The Boar's Rest.
No, Boar's Rest is a house. That's where.
Oh, damn it.
Lives.
Okay, the Talking Troll.
Well, the Talking Troll. Like, not many people like to go there.
Well, I'll let you choose. After all, you are the expert of the town.
I mean, we could. Oh, fuck me! I've painted myself right into a corner here. Absolutely terrible choice on my part. Right. Fuck me. Didn't want to do this. Did not want to do this. Right then, why don't we head to the Pleasing Platter?
I suggest that we do that indeed.
Okey-dokey. I mean, they are quite they're quite particular about their guests. They may not let us in, especially at short notice without booking. But a woman of my fair standing in the town. Hopefully, I can get us in. I can have a word with the owners. But yeah, let's go there.
How does this work with splitting the party? Do we let one just play out on its own while we do the other, or are we gonna have to try?
We're gonna. I think we'll probably just do a bit of bouncing between the two.
Yeah. And with that, I'm going to shout up to the rest of the guys. I am taking the fair lady out for dinner and an interview. We'll be back shortly.
Excellent.
Use protection.
If you can't be good, at least be safe.
I always have my wand on me.
And she turns back into the house and just shouts, "Look, I'm leaving now with one of yours, and please ensure that the house is still in one piece when I return. Please, as I say, no guests, absolutely no guests."
Okay.
Is it not a guest house?
Yes, but guests must pay. I'm quite insistent on that. Okay then. Oh fuck me! I wrote down the names. What's his name? Right, Ima. Let's go.
Let's go. And off they go, talking into the distance.
Off they go. Yeah. So you're both now headed to the Pleasing Platter. Now, the Pleasing Platter is located basically the entire sort of complete opposite part of town. Now, the town's not huge. It'll take you a few minutes to get there. But we'll just leave that. We'll leave you two to have a nice awkward walk across town, and we'll stick with the other 5 inhabitants of the 6 windows. So who wants to go? What's happening here now?
Straight up to the attic, I
Are we
reckon.
just going to do I was going to say, are we going to do like a smash and grab, or are we going to try and...
I think put Sven down to sleep in the bed. Get upstairs, and I think we'll let the little guy do his magic. Search the attic and her rooms first, because then if we need to still search the rooms that we're in, we can for any kind of secret hatches or anything. But I've got a feeling about the attic.
Yeah.
And I think we're better off trying to do it the dab-off way rather than the Krill way.
What do you guys want to put him to sleep then? I'll just go straight up and start working on the lock.
The attic entrance. The attic entrance, where are the hinges?
Are you... Oh, can I just interject and say, are you not going to need him if he says, like, he may be able to see...
Equally, I don't know why we're talking about Sven/Silverin being like a problematic that you've got to put him to sleep, like he's going to create an issue for you all.
Because, well, he's drunk, isn't he? He could do... I'm thinking for his benefit more than anything. He still needs to sober up a little bit. He'd do well to have a good sleep. But...
All right. So do that then, if you so wish. I'm going to sleep now.
Why is he still doing the voice?
I have to practice in case it has to come up again. So yeah, you go and you lay him down, tuck him up. There's no pillow on the mattress. Despite this, it's probably the most comfortable he's ever been. Not ever, but recently been, because he's probably pretty much been camped out at the Talking Troll, sitting on bar stools and stuff like that. So
that's a sad revelation.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's a sad tale. You've not really delved into the story of Silverin, really. You just gothed him up, given him visions of his god, and just used him as a pawn to get a 6th fucking room in a boarding house.
We haven't even used.
Yeah, exactly. You're all huddled in this one room. Right. Anyway, So where are you going then? What are you doing in the house?
Leave Sven. We all just go upstairs.
Okay. Yeah.
Should someone stay down?
Should I wake Sven up?
I run outside. Sebastian, are you there?
Oh, fuck knows. Who knows where Sebastian is? I mean, is he with you at all times?
Sebastian comes trotting up. Let's just play it.
I might give you a free cantrip, like summon Sebastian.
Okay.
He's
It's like Geralt's horse in Witcher.
yeah, exactly.
Just appears on a roof, just wherever.
It's like any mount in any game ever. You just there when needed. It's cool. Sebastian, if you see Greg come back with the old lady, just make a fuck ton of noise.
Okay. I'm glad I'm being used like this.
Listen,
Didn't the
giant
giant say
said
I was
you'd
going to be
useful.
important? Right.
This is
okay.
important. This is important.
I thought I was going to be saving the day or something. Like I was going to kill someone.
You're so instrumental. You don't even realise. And I'll give you some apples.
Okay.
That was the enthusiasm we need. See you soon, buddy. Reach out for a fist. I went to it. I reach out for a fist bump with Sebastian.
I don't have any fists, you fucking idiot.
You can still play along.
And he headbutts your fist.
Okay. Who takes damage in this situation?
No one. They've got a hard head. They've got a hard head, and you've got a hard fist. So neither of you take any damage. It's just immovable object meeting the irresistible force.
Okay. I run back inside. Don't worry, we've got a lookout.
He means me. Right. So
Why have you followed me inside? Go back outside.
you said apples. You didn't say when I'd get them. Right. So what? So Sebastian's outside as your fucking lookout. Poor goat. Sven's asleep. And what now?
Thank you for joining us on our adventures. Please subscribe and leave a review on whichever platform you listen to podcasts through. You can also find us on Instagram and Twitter at Dyson Desire, where we share behind the scenes bits and bobs, and we'd love to interact with you there.
Are you looking for a D&D podcast with a dark side? Something more like Game of Thrones and less like Monty Python? Tale of the Manticore is part dark fantasy audio drama, part solo D&D RPG. There's no plot armor here. The dice make all the important decisions. Join me as I resurrect the excitement, wonder, and emotion of old school D&D. Made for a mature audience, Tale of the Manticore is both a fiction and a game. It's the story where chaos rolls.